DJ. I'm the founder of Fearless FJ40. We are specialists in Land Cruisers, vintage Land Cruisers, and restoration, as well as sourcing parts for them. And I'm talking today about my 1980 FJ40, which is for sale in the UK. I've owned it for the past 3.5 years. I acquired it restored because I knew the workshop that actually restored this, and I'd been looking for one of their cars. They very rarely come for sale. They're a workshop based in Java, a city called Semarang, and they've been restoring Land Cruisers since 1999. And their work really can be seen once you get in front of a Land Cruiser. This is already a 6-year-old restoration, but it just looks and feels very, very much like a very recent restoration. I have the original factory receipt for this, which shows that it originally came out of the factory in dark brown. It was at some point resprayed in orange or orangey red, and it's come back to Toyota Dune Beige, which is my favorite color for the FJ40. During the restoration, they took the body off, they stripped the chassis down to bare metal, they rust treated, they took the axles apart, they rebuilt them with new seals, the leaf springs were taken apart and rebuilt, everything was resprayed. They added FJ60 front disc brakes, which is the, I would say, the gold standard of Toyota upgrade disc brakes. Originally this would have come with drums on all fours, but it's been upgraded with original Toyota disc brakes. Rears are still drums, and we've got a brake booster which is helping give the great stopping power to the car. Worn locking hubs at the front as well, so you can lock the hubs and go in and shift into four-wheel drive. What else have we got? The engine was completely stripped apart. It was found to have excellent compression as well, and so it just went through a full changing of gaskets, seals, valve seals, and piston rings, I believe. And the transmission is the original three forward speed transmission, and just feels very tight. The clutch brand new Toyota clutch at the time of restoration, and just a joy to shift gears in. The engine pulls fantastically. It's got that torque, signature torquey 2F feel to it, and there's no leaks throughout. It's just in very excellent mechanical order, and I believe that's apparent when you drive it and when you feel it on the road. All bolts have been replaced. Some of them are original Toyota bolts, and some of them are just original spec. We've got all new lights as well, OEM Toyota lights throughout, halogen Koito headlights. All emblems are original, all hood catches original, all weather stripping original. Just don't use the Taiwanese ones because you can tell after a while that they're not worth it. We went with Maxxis all-terrain tires. These tires are less than a year old. I believe they're actually about 1.5 years old now. And they're a great all-terrain tire. They're about 32-inch tires. Steel wheels, OEM hubcaps. In the interior of the car, it is very, very original. It has the original switches, the hazard light, the wind wiper lights original, the fog lights, switch, original speedometer. The vinyl on the seat, some of it is actually original factory fabric too, so we decided not to change it, but some parts have been replaced with a matching. The door cards are OEM. It still has the plastic wrapping, which probably needs to come off by the new owner of this car. Door locking switches, everything's new. All the glass around the car, you can still see the original emblem of Toyota Asahi Mas from factory. We've put in some new rubber mats in the car, but pretty much everything is very original. The sun visors are original Toyota. The headliner, if you look up in the headliner inside the car, it's also original Toyota OEM headliner, and everything works as it should in here. It's got AC as well, I should mention. The car has been installed with an AC unit too, which is useful for those hot summers. And yeah, driving it, again, the driving experience is wonderful. It's very precise, the power steering is great, the brakes work really well, it stops straight, it accelerates and pulls really well. 2F engine is has very torque centric engine, and so it just pulls really nicely and you can feel the torque. And it all drives well. The oil was changed, and it's in great nick. It's ready to just be enjoyed and maintained, and doesn't need anything particular done to it. But of course, as I said, there are a few areas and spots of rust coming through. I mean, you can see one here. You can see a few little marks, which I'll show you maybe some photos of. So it's not being sold as a concours car, but at the same time, for a 6 to 7 year old restoration, I think it's a testament to how well this car was built and the expertise that went into the restoration of this. It's for sale. You can contact me at FearlessFJ40 on Instagram if you have any questions. I also help with sourcing parts and sourcing cars, and would be happy to assist with anyone that wants to search for their own FJ40. But this was up for sale now, so hopefully it will be appreciated and loved by its new owner. And that's it for today. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening about this 1980 FJ40.